All right, so what the fuck are we going to do the show on?
No idea.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to Two Guys in a Podcast. I'm Tom.
And I'm Mike.
Today we're going to shoot the shit.
But we have an interesting topic that
I'll probably edit that out.
That's okay. We have an interesting topic we want to touch on. And as... I'm not going to say as anything. So as two guys in a podcast...
Two Michiganders.
Of whatever, we're going to talk about the legalization of marijuana.
So, marijuana 2 days ago became legal in Michigan.
Is it I thought it was
2 days
January.
ago.
Oh, no, I heard it on the radio.
2 days ago.
So we're curious.
You're allowed to have 10 ounces. Anything over 2.5, though, has to be locked up. You can carry 2.5 ounces with you anywhere, like in your car, in your coat pocket, whatever. So, and you can grow 7 plants, I think it is.
12. I think it's 12.
Plants.
12 unless you're a
unless you're a grower, unless you're a licensed grower.
So, I got 5 acres. So, I'm just kidding.
I got a friend from high school that he's even through high school, we were in the same class, but he was more friends with my brother because they shared in a lot of the same extracurricular activities. And he moved back to Michigan like last year, I think.
Yeah.
For this reason, because he anticipated this happening, and he came back to be a grower. I believe he's going to open or he already has. Maybe
I think it's
like
the 11th state, the 11th state. So what I would say, and I've talked to some friends of mine that are growers, we'll call them, and legal growers, right?
Yeah.
So nowadays people like the edibles, man.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So I told Melissa, it would be a great investment. Start a bakery or whatever, edibles. Making candies and cookies and brownies. Yeah, so if you get in quick, listen, everybody likes competition, right?
Yeah. So
say there's 10 storefronts, but you provide the best service, you have the best product, blah, blah. You're going to beat those out, and it's going to generate, you know what I mean?
You'd think the state or even local municipalities and stuff would get into that to raise money.
Well, see, here's the thing, right?
I don't know if they can or not.
Most counties and cities have the ability to say, nope, we don't want that in our... That was part of the law.
But, but it's only part... They can't...
They can deny it.
They can deny, like, places that sell it. Storefronts, but they can't deny people from, like, doing it.
Yeah.
There was some goofy rules with it, but it's a pretty liberal policy compared to some other states.
So, if most of you are probably not old enough, but maybe some of you are, to remember Prohibition, right? Nobody's old enough to remember Prohibition, but everybody remembers that.
You'd be pretty old right now.
At some point in our history, culture, whatever you want to call it, you couldn't legally drink.
That was in the 30s, right?
I don't remember. Was it before the Depression
29?
Or after? The Depression was in the 30s. It was 1930.
No,
don't make me look you up. It was late 29 into
Alexa,
1930.
When was the Depression?
The album Pressure was released about 10
What?
years ago in 2000.
She doesn't like you. So, Alexa, when was the Great Depression?
Great Depression started in 1929.
29, yeah, that's what I thought.
It started in 1930.
Yeah.
When it did 1930.
Alexa, when was Prohibition?
Prohibition was in effect nationwide from 1920 to 1933.
20 to 33. 13 years.
Think about alcohol being illegal for 13 years in today's society.
Well, the same thing would happen today that happened back then on a much bigger scale. Bootleggers, speakeasies, all that kind of jazz. Yeah, I mean, that's what was happening with marijuana. Anyway.
I think there'd be an uproar. Think about if the government came to you and said, you know what, you got to give up all your guns.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Neither would Prohibition.
No,
So the fact that...
Way too many... I mean, it's just ingrained into the... Like, how many people do you know that don't drink? I guarantee you it's a hell of a lot less than people that do drink.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't drink. I don't drink at all. So how do you guys feel about the legalization of marijuana? I'm really curious to know.
So
put your comments down there.
Yeah, because we get thousands of viewers, and it'd be interesting to get a nice diverse section of that viewership to say what they think. So I know people that think it's the greatest thing in the world, and it should have been done a long time ago. I had a debate one time with somebody.
With yourself?
No, that I'm related to. I'll just say that.
Oh.
Two people that I'm related to. We were in a vehicle. We were driving down to my grandmother's house to pick up some furniture. Long time ago. Hell, this had to be 20 years ago.
Were you still in the Marine Corps?
No, it was after, I think.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so we got into this debate of legal marijuana. Should marijuana be legal or not? And that was literally 20 years ago, and that. Yeah, well, almost 20 years ago.
Are you sure you didn't smoke before you
I'm trying to remember. But
he was experimenting.
Yeah. Anyway, the debate ended up coming full circle, 45-minute debate, and at the end, it was, well, marijuana shouldn't be legal for everybody. It should just be legal for me, was the position of one individual in the vehicle. Because I challenged him with, well, so, our mom is going in for surgery. I kind of just gave away who I was talking to. Our mom's going in for brain surgery, and you're out in the parking lot smoking a doobie with the doctor. Is that cool before the surgery? Well, no, that's not cool before. Okay. Well, you're getting on a plane to come see me in Hawaii. Is that cool? And you and the pilot are out on the, no, that's not. So you're talking about regulation. Well, yeah, there's got to be regulation, So it eventually got to, no, it should just be okay for me, kind of thing. So I got it, but, so now people, like that same individual, my brother, is now looking at it totally different. All these years later, he's thinking, okay, because he could still recreationally smoke it. Okay, great. And now he doesn't risk going to prison for life for it. But now it's about money. And now it isn't more, I'm just going to sit around and get high with a bunch of my friends and listen to music and eat munchies. It's, how can we sit around and get high but also make money?
Is that just the progress of growing up?
It is, yeah. I mean, when he was 28, he told me, I'm a party, I'm rock and roll, and I'll be rock and rolling the rest of my life. And around 40, he's like, meh.
Well, so
it took
for me,
its toll on him.
I never really thought that marijuana shouldn't be legal. I mean, I'm a fairly conservative, I guess I would say, but I really don't think it's a big deal.
Honestly, it's natural, right? It's not tobacco. I'll tell you what, it's better for you than cigarettes.
True.
And it's got scientific. We were talking about this earlier, I think off camera. It's got proven scientific benefits to the medical industry.
But I think smoking it is not the healthy way to.
No. But you like autistic kids and stuff. Like I have an autistic kid, and you could get certain aspects of it. I forget. I don't know the chemicals that you can get. You get rid of the GHB or whatever it is. I don't know what HGB or
no.
What? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I just don't remember the acronym.
Yeah. You could tell THC. We're really into this. THC. Yeah. So there's certain things that, like for autistic kids or people with seizures and stuff, it is medically proven that it helps. And they're not sitting around smoking joints. They're taking it via pills or liquid or whatever.
Yep.
But you can go on Amazon now and it's all over Amazon. You can buy it. You can buy hemp oil. Nice. Hemp oil all over Amazon right now.
That's crazy.
It's been on there a long time. But you could take it for a lot of different medical conditions, pain. And there's just kind of proven, if you read the facts, medical journals and stuff, there's benefits to it.
Yeah, but I think if, depending on what profession you're in, it has a negative connotation to it, right? So if you're, like you said, if you're a doctor, do I want somebody stoned working on me or
doing brain surgery?
Probably not. Flying a plane, driving a truck.
Right, there's got to be a little there's regulation there.
But at the same time, I don't want those people drinking and doing those things either.
Correct, and some people do it.
Right, so you got functional. I know people that would smoke a joint before they go to work, smoke one at lunch, and smoke one when they came home. It was nothing more than having a beer before you go to work or having a cigarette or whatever. So to me, it's not a huge deal. But we really would like to know what you guys think. So put your comments down.
Comments below. It's.
Tom will respond.
I think there's less pushback, if you will, on it now than say 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Right.
I think people that smoked pot wanted it legal. People that didn't smoke pot didn't want it legal. And when you'd say why, all the excuses, there's no way you're going to tell me it's a gateway drug. I don't believe that in a heart.
I don't think so.
I know people that have smoked marijuana for 20 years. They didn't gravitate to heroin and cocaine and crack because they were smoking pot.
And I think the other thing is you don't have the violence around marijuana that you would against with crack or heroin or any of that.
I mean, who's breaking in houses and stealing from marijuana to get the money to go buy their weed? You know,
no,
that doesn't happen.
Nobody.
No, but to go get their heroin fix, that that happens.
Crack. Remember the crack epidemic?
Yeah, and now opioids. Shit, opioids is worse than anything.
Yeah, it's bad stuff.
And that was, believe what you will, but that was human created. And here opioids. How about it?
I don't really pay much attention. I probably should do some research so we can talk intelligently about this stuff. But
yeah.
Only 10 states plus DC have legalized weed.
DC is funny, like the fact that DC legalized that.
The politicians,
but yet it's still a federal law that it can't. Like it's just comical to me.
So the
politicians can all sit there and get high.
Listen,
nobody else in the country.
Once the federal here's
hilarious.
Here's what I'm going to predict. Timestamp this.
Oh, when they figure out how to make money on it.
No. Timestamp this. This is what's going to happen. Once enough states have legalized it, because the way I understand it, and I was going to do some research on this, but before the topic, but I didn't. What I understand is how the federal government categorizes weed is what makes it a federal crime. Just like heroin, crack, all those narcotic things. So it's categorized as a Class B, we'll call it. I don't know what the fuck it is.
You're right. And they refuse to admit that there is medical benefit to it because of the money coming in from the pharmaceutical companies.
So what's going to happen?
Because it's natural. Because if it's marijuana, you can grow it in your backyard, then you don't have to go buy it from a drug company.
Once enough states legalize it, the pressure
they're going to have to
from senators and that, from the pressure from citizens is going to make it. Is going to make
smoking weed anyway.
The federal law is going to go away. I give it less than 10 years. I'd say 5. 5 years, it won't be a federal crime anymore.
What are you going to do then with all the people in jail for it? Like now that it's legal in Michigan, I get it. It wasn't legal at the time they got arrested and put in jail, but now it is.
Yeah, but they've been releasing people for minor crimes like that for a while.
Yeah, but there's people doing a lot of time, serious time, for their third strike, and they got found with a couple ounces of marijuana, and they go away for life. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You read stories like that, it's ridiculous.
To kind of wrap up this whole marijuana thing,
no pun intended.
It's good
to roll this conversation in there.
I'm pretty much a supporter. Like I don't, whatever. Do I want you flying a plane, driving a submarine, guarding, special weapons, any of that kind of crap? No.
But it's like to each his own, right? Kind of thing. If somebody wants to do it, you're not going to tell them they can't.
That's true.
I'm feeling the same way I think as you. It's to each his own. I know some people that are really happy, because that threat isn't hanging over them anymore. Like what they felt were the stupid laws and the stupid things of hey, I'm just sitting around chilling, the thing is, smoking a joint.
Am I going to go out and smoke weed? No.
No.
I mean, one, because I have another occupation that prevents me from doing it. You can't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can if I want to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, Bing, you just hit it right on the head. So the law says you can't. There's still consequences.
Yeah. Like
the law says you can drink. There's still consequences if you're an idiot when you drink.
I mean, think about in our era of time when we were younger, how often did we drink underage, first of all?
Never.
And then, how often did you drink and drive? Never. And then, how often did you overconsume alcohol? Did you know that, like, the military's rule is if you have more than 5 drinks in an hour, you have to go get counseling? Because you are...
Like, is that a new rule?
No. It's been around for a while.
Because when I was in the Marine Corps, it was encouraged to drink more than 5 drinks in an hour.
That's just so you can eat crayons, and you didn't taste them as much.
Well, they tasted different. The more you drank, they tasted different. It was kind of cool. Anyway, I agree with you because, like, if you look at, you can do anything and be an idiot. So whether you're smoking dope, be an idiot. Drinking, be an idiot. Doing hardcore drugs, you're an idiot. You could be doing nothing and be an idiot. Yeah. You could have a podcast and be an idiot. So, I think with everything else, I think number one, I think we said this earlier too. I don't think a whole new group of people are going to run out and start smoking weed.
I doubt it.
There may be some. There may be some that now experiment with it that didn't before.
But I don't think
you still have jobs that limit you. You still have, you still got all that kind of stuff that will put some limits on.
The old company I worked for, when it was legalized in Colorado, came out with a memo said, even though it's legal.
Yeah, our company policy is no.
Right.
Yeah. Especially in that industry, that's like food industry isn't probably something you want, somebody. Anyway, good topic. We were really interested to know what you guys think because
your opinions don't matter. I mean, no wait, no,
wait,
your
opinions matter unless they're different than ours. Like this is not going to make the video.
Stay tuned for more fun.
Yeah. Please
useless
watch
information.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. But don't watch. Just
I think it's here.
hit the bell button. So you
bell
can
button.
get.
Notifications.
Yeah, hit the bell because the bell's notifying you that there's another stupid ass video up.
But let's get our subscribers up. We could do a giveaway. That'd be funny if we did a giveaway.
What are you gonna give away?
Well, I don't know. One of our 3 subscribers could win something. But anyway, good conversation. We would be interested to know what you guys know because, especially since it's a new law in Michigan and literally the debate's been going on forever. Leave us your comments. Leave us your feedback. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today on Two Guys on a Podcast. I'm Tom.
I'm Mike.
Thanks.
Deuces.
Well, that does it for this week's show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Two Guys in a Podcast.